Hey everybody, I'm HondaPro Jason, and I'm at Duncan Imports in Christiansburg, Virginia, and I'm going to show you guys some unbelievable Hondas, right-hand drives, some cars from the 80s with only a couple thousand miles on them, right-hand drive CRXs with power windows. This is going to be one epic tour. Follow me and let's have some fun. Now we're inside Duncan Imports, and this is where the craziness happens. Like I said, they're the largest JDM importer of right-hand drive cars in North America. And one thing I came here to see is the Honda Beat. The Honda Beat only came in right-hand drive, only came with a manual transmission, and check out this interior. Zebra print interior. Very, very unique. Most of the ones you're going to see here are 91s because that's when they made most of the stock for the Honda Beat. Now these are K cars, which means they have smaller engines. This is a 656, a smaller wheelbase, good for Japanese roads, and they're also good for taxis in Japan. So these were very, very popular at the time, and they are super cool. From the people that have driven them, they say these are more fun to drive than S2000s. And if you look around the car, you can see why. It's just a neat, fun car. These tires might be the original tires, or someone just took some time because the Honda H is lined up with a valve stem, which Honda does at the manufacturing plant. These are cool though. Let's see some of the mileages, because as I said before, some of these mileages are extremely, extremely low. This one here, 36,000 kilometers, which will be much less than the mileage. A couple yellow ones. They aren't all perfect, so as we walk around, you'll see some that might have some defects in them. I haven't seen this before. It has a sticker that says LSD. I know they all have LSDs in them, but I didn't know they had stickers. And some have, I saw one that had a little Mugen kit on it and some Mugen parts. It's a really, really unique. And Duncan Imports has 12 of these right now here in Virginia, but they also have another warehouse in Nashville, Tennessee, that I'm sure they have more. 15,000 miles, no, 15,000 kilometers on this. This one, look, this is probably one of the nicest ones he has. Here's a 1991 CRX with only 47,000 miles. Look at this. Unbelievable. So clean, and they smell like brand new. 88 Prelude, 44,000 miles. Look at this. Look at that. Nostalgia, it's amazing. 93 Prelude, 53,000 miles. I'm telling you guys, I've never seen so many cars with so many low miles. Look at this NSX. Holy cow, look at this NSX. Absolutely beautiful. 21,000 miles on a 97. This is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Look at this. Oh, the black with the yellow is just awesome, and it's a stick shift. No automatic in this one. Beautiful. Wow. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. 1981 was the last year for the first generation Honda Accord. And to celebrate that, Honda came out with a special edition version, only available in a 4-door. And this was the top trim. Come check this out. This is loaded with really cool features that the LX version didn't have. Special edition badges, you'll see that all the way around the vehicle. These really, really cool looking alloy wheels. I can't tell, but it looks like they might have added some extra trim. I'm not sure if these are dealer added, but it's definitely not standard like the LX had. Lots of chrome all the way around the windowsills. The door handles are chrome. And inside, for 1981, a full leather interior. That looks super, super cool. Power windows, power door locks, but yet manual mirrors. This is very, very rare. Let me show you some of the things on the inside that make it super cool. Look at this. I don't think I've ever seen a special edition from 1981 before. Very special because it has a quartz clock. You don't see those every day or ever. This is really cool. And this one here only has 45,000 miles on it. Look at this. Unbelievable. Such a cool, cool car and in such amazing condition. Back here we have the luggage rack with wood inserts. And then there should be some badging on the back that says Special Edition or SE on the side. There you go, SE right there on the side. Now what's amazing about this collection here at Duncan Imports is a lot of the vehicles are actually for sale. So you guys can buy a car that has 40,000 miles and it's 30 or 40 years old. You can buy a right-hand drive JDM car like you've always wanted. Now, not all of the vehicles are for sale. Some Mr. Duncan's keeping for his own private collection. But if you guys look online, you can see which ones are available and which ones aren't. They're always changing. And if you're here checking out the collection in person, anything with a number, like a price number, those are the ones that are for sale. CRX HF, high fuel. This one people love because the fuel economy was unbelievable. I believe it got in the 50s for its time, if I'm not mistaken. 8,000 miles. 8,000 miles on an 86. Look at this. Oh man. This is the car I'd love to have. If this car was for sale, which I don't see a number, so it's not, I would love to have this one. Everything about it. I like the wheels. I like the back end. I like that little spoiler they put on there. It is definitely a classic. 1994 Honda Odyssey. Big deal. Why is it here in this collection? Well, this 1994 Honda Odyssey is four-wheel drive, it's right-hand drive, and it's covered in Mugen bits. Look at this. It's got a full Mugen kit on it, so it has the grille, it has the lower pieces all the way around. Of course, it's a Honda Odyssey minivan. It needs a Mugen spoiler. It has what looks like a Mugen exhaust to me. I can't tell for sure. And what minivan wouldn't be complete without a rear tie bar? Because if you're gonna go for it, four-wheel drive, hitting the canyons in Japan, you need a tie bar. This thing is totally insane. I've never seen a minivan like this, ever, especially since it's an Odyssey. And their Odysseys in Japan were loaded with features. I mean, completely crazy. Let's check out the front of this thing. You guys are gonna see some really, really nuts, crazy stuff. Look at this. I mean, just to begin, the door sills are totally different than ours. Power folding mirrors, which is an option that we never had up until recently. And that center console and the navigation and infotainment system for a 94. That is totally crazy. I would love to drive this thing and take this out for a while. Under the hood, the cold air intake, front strut bar, header, and it's tuned. Very interesting Odyssey here. Probably surprises a lot of people on the road. 96 Honda Accord with the gold package, 46,000 miles. Look at this. I sold these brand new. I remember these vehicles very, very well. All the gold on this one. 87,000 miles on this 91. Beautiful. Absolutely. And a coupe too. Oh, do I love this body style. And this interior too. Doors are always really heavy in these, but man, super clean inside. A little known fact about HondaPro Jason. My very first car was a 1970 Cadillac Coupe de Ville, but I had a convertible, but here is a 1970 two-door hardtop, and it brings back a lot of memories. Welcome to my Honda life. Well, this is a Honda life. It's a 74 Honda Life. This seems like it would be a K car back in Japan. They're not very big inside. They're all four doors and they're super, super cool. Let me show you around this one. This one here is so new. Check this out. There's still plastic on the door cards. All four of these door inserts have plastic like they were from the manufacturer. It never got taken off. So very cool. And this one here, I believe, is a Life High Deluxe. There seems to be Deluxe, High Deluxe, there's a Custom, there's a bunch of different trim levels. There you go, High Deluxe. To show you the size in the Honda Life, look at how close these seats are. But Honda still has the ability to put little pockets. If you guys can see that right here, there's a little tiny pocket there. Ashtrays everywhere. There's ashtrays up front here. There's some sort of glove box. AM radio, of course, it is a manual. And they also have ashtrays in the back seat. And they have a 74 here with 41,000 miles on it. And then right next to it, we have a 72 with only 53,000 miles. And you can kind of see the difference between the two. In a couple of years, you know, they upgraded the grille, they added these air vents up here for probably better ventilation. This is the craziest Beat I've ever seen. It's modified heavily for some sort of track racing out in Japan, but just take a look at the exhaust. That thing is, for the size engine, you really need that kind of exhaust. It's crazy. Look at this, and then you can actually see this is all carbon. So the whole deck lid is all carbon. Then you can see inside the trunk there. Here, let me do this. Let me open up the door, and it's all gutted out. It's completely, unbelievably race ready. Look at that. And I don't know what they did to the engine, but you can see it. You can get an angle there. They have a piece of glass or a piece of plastic there so you can see the engine. It's a mid-engine. And not sure how much work was done, but I'm sure it was extensive. It's a roll bar with some sort of adjustment on it. That's interesting, maybe so people can get in and out. I'm not sure why that's there. But a full cage, race pedals, race seat, race shifter. This thing is super cool. And then of course, the quartz analog clock. So some of these cars are in really tight quarters. So with permission, they said that I could move whatever I wanted to move so we can film it a little bit better. And no worries, it's just a Mitsubishi Evo 3 in front of me and a smart car and only the most limited special edition Accord ever known to man. What could possibly go wrong here? At least we have it on film, right? Okay. Now you guys can see the 1988 Honda Today with programmed fuel injection. If there was ever a doubt, it's written as large as day out on the side. Cool, different. My guess is the Life turned into the Today. You guys can tell me if I'm wrong, but it's definitely a 600-ish cc engine crammed in there. The inside of this, those seats, very, very cool, very different. And lots of room in the back seat. As you guys can plainly see, it's massive and super, super comfortable. Inside, very basic radio, AC, 47,000 kilometers. Let me get in there. Look at that. Like I said, most of the cars in this collection are very, very, very low mileage. The Honda City, another vehicle we did not get in America, came in a cabriolet, came in a turbo version, and they're super cool. And this one is super pink. Check this out. Cabriolet, it's got the convertible, very, very cool Honda City. Just a very different and unique looking car. And these became very popular with the turbo. A lot of people call them the Bulldog. Now this one here doesn't have, check out the inside a little bit here. This one doesn't have the turbo, but it has something very interesting under the hood. This has a CVCC2 Combax. No idea what that is. CVCC came out in the Honda Civic for a way for Honda to, in the US, they were able to, get around this pole, they were able to pass emissions without a catalytic converter, which is awesome. And they were the only vehicle in America that could do it. And that's what CVCC allowed them to do, is get much, much better emissions. Now, America eventually said you still need a catalytic converter, and that was kind of the end of CVCC in America. But obviously in Japan, they went for the return of the CVCC Part 2. Another Honda City, but this one's different, as you guys can plainly see, because of the red H. And once you pop the hood, there's no denying what's under the hood, because it's a turbo intercooler, turbo Combax, red, red, red everywhere. So yes, they wanted to make sure that everyone knew that this was something different in the city. I mean, these almost look like aftermarket seats. They're so bolstered and crazy for the year. The dash is digital with an analog tachometer. Very, very neat. And the back, they took off all the emblems, but these did say turbo, turbo, turbo everywhere. A updated Honda Today, right next to a TN-V, which is a TN5 mini truck, which is super cool. This is like, it's in amazing shape. It only has 22,000 miles on it. I am in love with the front end. My cameraman is in love with the front end. We both just think it's so unique. We love the chrome, the badging, everything on it is just so cool. One thing that's strange is it's right-hand drive, and you see where the wipers go in. There's another spot here where it looks like another wiper, but we don't think they ever made these in left-hand drive, so we're not sure why that's there. But the truck is really cool. These sides go down, the back goes down, the other side goes down, so it opens up. It's a center engine, I guess you can call it a mid-engine again. And just to show you how eclectic this is, you swing around here, you have a Datsun from like the 50s or something. I'm sorry, from the 30s. You have another Datsun, and you come around, you have a Triumph TR7, and then a Honda Prelude. Like right in the middle of everything. It's crazy. Now, keep an eye on this Prelude, because I'm going to show you one that's very similar but very, very different than this. And what we were talking about, the pricing, this has a price on top. So if you see this, you know you can buy this car for $21,900. It is a right-hand drive, and this one has the low miles. Ooh, it's a four-wheel steer too. 87 four-wheel steer. The mileage is 20,000 miles. 20,000 miles on a four-wheel steer, right-hand drive Prelude. This is super, super cool. And again, keep your eyes on this, because I'm going to show you something that's very similar, but also very different. 81 Honda Accord. It is extremely, extremely mint condition. Interior looks brand new. The reason it looks brand new is the mileage. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. 5,700 original miles, 5,746. And it smells like a brand new old Honda, if that makes any sense to you at all. It even still has the starting procedure thing here, this paper. This is completely insane. I mean, it's like brand new. Look at this. Let's see under the hood here. Oh, You could eat off this. I mean, it's so clean. And what's, oh, I can't get enough of this. I could spend days and days and days walking around N600, Integra, CRX SI, and the mileage and the condition. And some, yes, some are not for sale. As I'm walking, I'm missing some in the corner. Accord wagon, let's see what year this is. Looks like a 93 maybe, 91. 36,000 miles on this wagon. Look at this interior. And these aren't just low mileage cars. These are in phenomenal shape. I mean, absolute beauties. So if you guys want to relive your childhood, you guys want to buy a car that your parents had, or just get a classic, amazing Honda in unbelievable condition, this is definitely the place to come to. I mean, these cars, it's just one after another after another. And the mileage here, again, 42,000 miles on this. And this is going to be another one. 84 with 58,000 miles. Absolutely beautiful. Look at that gauge. That gauge cluster is gorgeous. And most of these are in original condition. There are some that have been slightly modified by the previous owner, but they've been modified in Japan, which makes it just super cool, the ones that are modified. And these aren't all, obviously there are a lot of left-hand drive cars here. 42,000 miles, and this 90. Look at this Prelude. Absolutely gorgeous. Del Sol. Let's check the mileage on this. The paint looks amazing. It's got the Del Sol front bra on it. 16,000 miles. Look at this. Wow. Oh, I miss those floor mats. Those floor mats, if you guys can see, look awesome. Simply stunning. A Legend right next to it. I'm gonna have to come up and around the other side too. 20,000 miles on this 93. 20,000 miles. This 93 coupe. Look at this. I wish you guys could smell this. Oh, it's amazing. Absolutely. And it's just everywhere you turn, every time you turn around, you see something else that you don't think it could get any more amazing. And you turn around, you're like, oh, hey, look. You drop back another 8 or 9 years. You have a 90 Legend with 46,000 miles on it. Oh, here's a rare one. Here is a very, very rare one. Check this out. 88 Legend white, 69,000 miles. Look at this. Look at this. Man. Stunning. Absolutely. See where we are here. Let's turn around and let's go down this aisle. Get around these Nissan Zs here. What do we got? We got a 92 Legend in white. One of my favorite Legend body styles. I love the coupes. The four doors are also very nice. We got 15,000 miles on this. 15,000 miles. Oh, rare. The coupe Type S CL is an 03 with 17,000 miles. What an awesome car. What an awesome car. And now that the Type S is returned, these are going to be very, very sought after. You don't see too many of these in white or the coupes. They're very, very rare. And here's a Another 81 Accord, 42,000 miles on this one. Look at this. I mean, I could obviously spend all day here. In fact, I've spent 2 days here. Nice coupe, rare coupe. 31,000 miles on this 89. Look at this. And again, the inside looks like no one ever sat in these. I have no idea where these could be hiding, but they're absolutely in phenomenal shape. One after all, there's a hint where this one was hiding for sure. And if you guys remember earlier, I talked about the Prelude. Well, this is a Prelude Inks. So this was supposed to be the premier Prelude, more of a luxury car than a sports car. 4-wheel steering, this is an SI. It was sold only in particular dealerships. It had a lot of added chrome. You'll see chrome down there, chrome around the rear window and the front end. Are you ready for this? No pop-up headlights in this one. This has like a, kind of like a Legend or an Accord front end popped on to a Prelude. It has a Prelude Inks. Super, super neat. Very, very rare. And the inside, I think, is the same. They might have upgraded it with like a leather wrapped steering wheel, little things like that. Also, an airbag was an option, which is only available on this vehicle. Very unique and very, very cool looking. 1983 Honda Civic with, wait for it, ready for the mileage on this one? 18,000 miles. This is, look, I mean, just look at the door cards. They look brand new. The interior looks phenomenally clean. Look at this. I mean, everything is just, it's like, look at this. It's like no one ever sat in it. It's still brand new. This is just stunning. You know, even like the Mohawk strips, everything. It's like a time capsule. It's definitely a time capsule. Honda S600. You know it's a 600 because on the hood, if there's no bump here, it's a 600. If there's a bump here, it's an 800. Honda del Sol, Civic del Sol, CRX del Sol, whatever you guys call it in your country. I have one here that's a Transtop. These are only right-hand drive. This one here has a 1.6 dual overhead cam VTEC engine. The cool part is what happens back here. Del Sol owners, you'll know what this is. This is the Transtop. So what this does is this top comes up, you release the inside here and it grabs it, lifts it up, brings it back and drops it inside the trunk area. So it's one less thing that you and your friend have to do. Not that it's a hard thing, but you kind of need two people. So this makes it all electronic, which is super, super cool. Very rare, by the way. I've only seen 2 of these in the US. So, and this one is for sale. So you guys want your own Transtop, you can get it for $16,888. Here's another Del Sol Transtop, only right-hand drive. This is a VXI trim. Not sure what the VXI is, but this is another Transtop. This one looks like it's in exceptional shape. Let's check out the mileage on it. The mileage on this one, look at that. These are so, so very cool. With all the cars here, amongst all the American muscle you'll see behind me, sometimes you see and find a hidden gem. And when I say hidden, Gary hid this, maybe so I wouldn't even find it, all the way in the corner. Let's go see what we got. We're lucky to even see this one. Come on. What is underneath this cover and the other cover and the other cover is a 1997 Integra Type R Championship White, because that's the only color they came in, with 1,200 original miles. This might be the lowest mileage Integra Type R for 97 ever. And this one, I'm not even gonna touch. I'm not even gonna go near. I'm just gonna let you look at the outside around this. This was, I believe, purchased at auction not too long ago for a lot of money. You guys can look that one up and see what it's worth or what they bought it for. But man, what a gem, and so hidden. Insane. Absolutely stock. There's nothing that's been done to this car. So you know what? I think that's a good place to stop this video. I think I showed you guys some unbelievable cars. I think you guys should come here, give them a call first to make sure they're giving tours and you guys can walk around. But if you have the opportunity, I would definitely take care of it. Look at the mileage on some of these cars, pick up your very own right-hand drive. And they also have finance options that they can help you along with. So there's no reason you can't get your dream car. As always, guys, this time from Duncan Imports in Christiansburg, Virginia, I'm the Honda Pro, and now you're in the know.